transaction. And I think if I listened to the lawyers, I would have never completed it. And the growth without profit is no purpose. So our essential idea is to have profit. And COVID is once in a lifetime situation. I don't think it's going to occur again. And in my opinion, it's all dead except the noise. So, yeah.
Related, Rakesh, losses is something that has burdened the health insurance space. Of course, uncertainties have cropped up again with Omicron. And since the time you launched this issue to now, the world is slightly different in terms of uncertainties as well as market volatility. Do you think that has a bearing on the valuations of Star Health Insurance?
I mean, not in my mind, but surely near-term factors do affect people's perception of valuation. And it has affected the valuation to some extent. But I see the price now is more than 900.
That's right. And how do you see the growth momentum as a promoter as well? What will be your key areas to watch out for in terms of the management and the operations to take it forward? Because your bet, as I understand, Rakesh, in this particular company has been the thrust on the penetration parameters of the insurance space, and especially health insurance, which has taken prominence after the COVID struck. So therefore, the understanding of health insurance in India is much larger and wider now in COVID realities times.
No, Nisha, I have full confidence in the management. I'm not even a director on the board, although I'm a promoter. And I think we have an excellent management and excellent leader. So why should you interfere when you know things are being managed well? So I have no worries on that count at all. We have a good succession plan also. And we have an excellent management. And I think time will bear us out. I hope to do well.
Yes.
Right? And that's why I have retained my entire shareholding.
That's right. You've retained and you've put a big bet for the long haul, Rakesh. One question I'll ask you is that insurance is a very competitive area. Health insurance is something that even the big insurance companies who do not have a big thrust in this space are going to get into. How to manage this intense and fierce competition in the sector, and what will Star Health Insurance do right so that in the trade-off, it is a bigger bet?
No, I don't think life insurance people are entering health insurance. Regulatory requirements cannot permit them to, enter. And we have faced the competition. We'll face it as it comes. We have the largest network. We have the highest. We'll have the lowest cost to income ratios. Size gives us great advantage. And ma'am, I personally feel health insurance in India is eminently affordable and is a very, very nascent stage.
Yes.
I think, in my personal opinion, it will grow at 15 or 20% for the next 15 years.
Right. So since you are betting on the growth in the long haul of 15 years, you said, let's break it down, Rakesh. One question I'll ask you is that in the next 5 years, how do you see the potential growing in this space in your view?
No different than what I said for 15 years. Ma'am, it's very difficult to predict things in absolute numbers. We can predict the direction, the depth is very difficult. I know we have a dominant share in retail health insurance, which is the most profitable part of health insurance. And we have a great team and we have cost advantages. And we are preparing ourselves as an organization for a much larger role and much larger turnover.
Right.
So, in my opinion, all factors can be wrong. Okay, all factors are favorable. But I reserve the right to be wrong. And I want to give a warning that I'm an interested party, so I may be prejudiced.
No, but Rakesh, I'm speaking to you as the promoter of the company to get insights as an investor and a promoter, what you're betting on. And especially since you didn't participate in the OFS, you have kept your stakeholding intact. So whatever you say is a guidance on the company and your perspective as the promoter, Rakesh.
My perspective is it's not very different from me from holding any other investment.
Right.
We are in a space which has great potentiality. We have leadership. We have a very good management team. So I see no reason why we should not, grow and be profitable.
All right.
And give the return to investors.
All right. So now that it's in the public market, profitability will be the cornerstone of the management thesis for this company, you're saying, Rakesh?
Pardon? Come again.
Profitability will be one main thrust for the management of this company, and growth versus profitability, how will they balance this in the public view?
And the whole purpose of growth is profit.
Yes.
Growth without profit, I don't know, it's like a car without tires.
Right.
So there's no question. Our aim is profitable growth.
Right. All right, so that's a very important takeaway coming from you, Rakesh. But over the years, you have built your private equity portfolio also and strengthened it. Many of them are also ripening for IPO beyond Star Health Insurance. Metro Shoes is also coming up next. How do you see the IPO valuations picture in the light of recent market volatility, where the world has changed in the last 1 month or so?
And I'm not participating in any of the public issues. So it makes no difference to me. And the merchant bankers are the ones who are advising the valuations. So you better pose all these questions to them.
Right. So you're not participating because you don't agree with the kind of valuations that it's presenting. That's what you are saying. Where lies this disconnect between an investor's expectation as well as the valuation that is being put forth
And
by
all
the
that I can't know what the investor expectations are. And I'm not a merchant banker and a professional, who's going to make all these valuations and etc. etc. So I don't know why people are valuing at what prices. I'm not selling in those issues that I know.